So hello learners, welcome to the IIT Madras Student Community channel. Today we will be solving the IITM graded assignments. But before that, subscribe us and join our channel to get full access and all our latest updates. So now let's begin.
Greetings everybody. Now we will be solving the stats week 3 GA in today's class. We have solved the first question earlier, so now we would be solving the remaining questions. Now let's have a quick glance at the second question and take the data that has been given from there. Now let's move on to the second question. The second question says that the mean and sample standard deviation of dataset consisting of 6 observations. So first let's note down that n is equal to 6. Now what are given? The mean is 19 and sample standard deviation is 9, and mean is 19 and sample standard deviation is 9, right? Please make note of this point. It is given to be sample, not only standard deviation, so we need to make this point an important one. So now what are we asked to find? So now later it is noted that 11 is now wrongly noted as 7. This is the big mistake. So now we are being asked to find out the mean of the original dataset, which consisted of 11 but not 7. So here we have the mean of we have the mean as 19, but it is not for 7 but it is for 11. So we'll find the correct mean by substituting 7 in the place of 11. Now let's see how to do that. We are told that 11 is noted as 7, and so we should find the correct mean. Now what is the formula of mean is that sum of observations by number of observations, right? This is the basic fundamental formula of mean, and now we will substitute this to get the value. Now we are given it to be 19. 19 is equal to sum, let us say it to be x. One second. Okay, now the sum is x. Now we have the total number of observations 6 there. That implies x is equal to 19 into 6. This is the total sum of the 6 observations. 19 into 6 is 6 9 54. 6 plus 5. I need to erase this. 6 9s are 54 and 114. 114 is the sum of the total observations, which are 6. Now how can we rectify this? How can we correct this? This 114 consists of 11 but not 7. This is the major drawback, and now we can rectify that like 114 minus 11 plus 7. This is how we can find out the total sum, which is the correct value including 7 but not 11. Therefore 114 minus 4, which is equal to 110. This is the value including 7 but not 11. Now we need to find out the mean of this using 110. 110 by, now the mean is, now we will find out the mean. The mean is, this pen is too horrible. Mean x bar is equal to 110 by 6. This is the new mean. What is 110 by 6? If you are right, the answer must be 18.33. This is the actual mean, but not 114. But not 19. This is not the actual mean, but this is the actual mean including 7 but not 11. So this is the end of question number 2, and now let's move on to question number 2 is done. Now we'll be moving on to question number 3. Now what is there in question number 3? Question number 3 has the same data. We are given the same data again. We have the same data, 99 and 99, 11 as 7 as 11, 7 as 11, and now we are being asked about the sample variance. I hope everybody have gone through the lectures so far and are very perfect at them as well. Now adding a constant, adding or subtracting a constant does not change the standard deviation, right? So what is standard deviation? Rather, standard deviation is nothing but square root of variance. So from this concept we can say that if the standard deviation is said to be constant even upon adding a is said to be unchanged when we add a constant to each of the record that we have inside data set, then ultimately that also means that variance also remained as a constant, which is earlier the same. So we can conclude regarding question number 3 that sample standard deviation does not change. Therefore SSD, which stands for sample standard deviation, is 9 again. This is question number 3. And now let's move to question number 4. What is there in question number 4? Let's have a look at question number 4. Question number 4, we are given a data 97, 64, 62, 71. Let's represent that in our note. (97), 64, 62, 71 and 47. This is the given data for us. And now what did they tell in the question? They have said that if 1 rupee is added, just now I said you regarding the third question, and now we got the similar question in question number 4. Now we are being asked if 1 rupee is added to all the retail prices. So what does it happen when we add 1 rupee? It becomes 98, 65, 63, 72 and 48 respectively. So but just now I said you, when we add a constant, the variance remains same. In other words, it is unchanged. This is the core concept of the question. And now mathematically we can write the statement to be Yes, this is how we can mathematically denote the statement invert or not inverts. Now let's solve for the standard sample standard variance. So S square is the summation of xi minus x bar whole square, and we here please note that it is sample, so it should be n minus 1 in the denominator, where for population it is capital N. Therefore now we need to write this question has to be solved in some different parts, as there is a mean included and also there is every observation included. And now let's do that as well. Not let's do all of them, but I'll directly tell the way approach of solving this. See here, sum of squares. What is the sum of squares here? Sum of squares is 97 minus mean. We don't know what is the mean, plus 64 minus mean ka whole square, plus 62 minus mean ka whole square, plus 71 minus mean ka whole square, and 47 minus mean ka whole square. This is what the sum of squares stands for. And now what is the mean? We have to find the mean here. The mean is 97 plus 64 plus 62 plus 71 plus 47 by 5, which is 68.2. This is the mean here, so we have to substitute this mean in all these places and add it up finally to get an answer. Now this sum of squares is, I solved it earlier, so I'll directly give you this answer. The sum of squares is 1342 1342.8, and now from this we need to calculate the sample variance, which is 1342.8 by, here we have 5 observations, therefore we need to take n minus 1, which is 4. 1342.8 divided by 4 is equal to 335.7. Therefore 335.7 is the answer, which is the sample variance. This is the answer to question number 4. Now let's move on to question number 5. Let's move on to question number 5. What is there in question number 5? Let's have a look at question number 5. Suppose we have 6 observations, n is 6 here. Let's note that down. N is equal to 6. N is equal to 6. And now what are the given values? 33, 22 has been repeated twice, 28, 115 and 107. Let's note that down as well. These are 33, 22, 22, 28, 115 and 107. These are what the given values are. And now what are we asked to find out? We are asked to find out the 10th, 50th and 100th percentile. Now 10th, 50th and 100th percentiles. How do we find out the percentiles? I think you all must have known the formula at least. Percentile, n into p. Here n stands for number of observations, and P stands for the percentile that we are asked to find out. Say here for the first question, let us divide this into 3 sections, which is 10 stands for 1, 50 is 2, and 100 is 3. Now for the first section we are asked to find out the 10th percentile. Therefore 10th percentile would be n into p 10th percentile. Let's write like this. Here we got 6 observations. 6 into p of pth percentile, which is 10th percentile, 0.1. Here we got 0.1 because 10 by 100 is 0.1. Therefore it is 0.6, but here we do not have any term which is 0.6. So the nearest term is the first term, which is, we need to keep this in ascending order: 22, 22, 28, 33, 107 and 115. So the first term is 22. 22 is the 10th quartile, 10th percentile is 22. Now let's go for the second one. N into p of 50th percentile. Now n is 6 again, 50 is 0.50, which is third. Now the third value is, in our ascending order, the third value is 28. So 28 is the 50th percentile here, and what are we asked at the last? We are asked the 100th percentile, which is 6 into 1.00, which is 6. The sixth term is 115. Therefore 115 is the 100th percentile. With this we have done solving of 5th question as well. Let's move on to question number 6. So what is there in question number 6? Let's have a quick view. Question number 6 had again 5 observations, and we are given values, and we are asked to find out the interquartile range. Let's note down the data as well. Question number 6 had, what does this like? Yeah, we have n is equal to, how many values are we given? We are given 5 values, which are 29, 48, 30, and they are 29, 48, 30, 35 and 99, right? So here we have to find out the IQR, which is interquartile range, and interquartile range is also said to be equal to the third quartile minus the first quartile. Third quartile, in general, third quartile is the 75th percentile, while first quartile is the 25th percentile. Now let's find out the Q1 and Q3 values as well. Q1 is equal to n into p into n into p 25, which is n is 5 and 0.25. Therefore it is 1.25. We can write the second term is equal to $30. Why is the second term 30? I think by this time you must have made a guess also. Again, here also we need to keep the order in ascending order: 29, 30, 35, 48 and 99. This is the ascending order. I will write it here with a different pen: 29, 30, 35, 48 and 99. This is the ascending order. Depending upon this, we have to conclude regarding the Q1 value, and now the value of Q2 is n into p 5 into 5 into 0.75. 5 times 0.75 is 3.75, and we can write the fourth term for our result. The fourth term in our order is 48, right? So we have got Q1 and Q3 values. What do we do? What should we do now? We need to subtract the Q1 from Q3. So IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1 is equal to 48 minus 30, which is 18. This is our IQR. Our IQR has been found out using the formulas from Q3 and Q1. With this we completed our question number 6 as well. Now we will be moving on to question number 7. What is given in question number 7? Let's check it out. In question number 7, we are asked, we are given 5 observations again, and now the 5 observations are also given, and now we are asked to find out the outliers. How many outliers are there? Let's solve that also. N is equal to 5. We have to concentrate upon finding outliers in the given data. What is the data that we have with us? We are given the values 29, 48, 30, 35 and 99. These are the values that we have with us. Now let's sort them in ascending order. 29, 30, 35, 48 and 99. This is the ascending order to which we have to give our utmost priority. Now the outliers. Outliers are of how many types? Outliers are two types. There are two kinds of outliers: lower outliers and upper outlier. What does this mean? Lower outlier means any value which is less than the value Q1 minus 1.5 times multiplied the IQR. This falls under lower quartile category, and upper quartile, and similar is the upper quartile, Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. Any value that is greater than this particular declared upper value any value which is greater than quartile 3 plus 1.5 times interquartile range tends to belong to category of upper outlier. Now let's find out if we have any such. We have sorted the given data in ascending order as well. Now the only thing that is left over with us is we have to find Q1 n into 0.25. We have n to be 5 with us and 0.25. It is 1.25. So is the second term. Our second term is 30, right? So Q1 is 30. I will write down here because it would be very, we can subtract here itself because it stays on the top. And now what is Q3? Q3 is n into p into 0.7, n into p 0.75, 5 into 0.75, which is 48. Let us take the term directly because 5 This is question number, yes, it is 48. 5 5 is 25, 3.75, and the nearest term is 4 and the fourth term is 48. Therefore Q3 has the value of 48. From our earlier definitions, IQR is said to have Q3 minus Q1, which is 48 minus 30 is equal to 18. 18 is our IQR, right? IQR is equal to 18. So now let's check for these ranges. Our ranges here are what do we have as Q1? Q1 is our second term, which is 30. 30 minus 1.5 into IQR, 1.5 into 18. What is 30 minus 1.5? What is 1.5 into 18? We will write that aside, as we need this in the second calculation as well. 1.5 times 18 is 27. So the lower quartile begins from 3. Are there any values which are less than 3? Let's cross check. No, there are no values less than 3, so we do not have any lower quartiles. Now let's check for the upper quartile range. 48 plus 1.5 into 18, which is 48 plus 27, which is equal to 75. Yeah, here we find one number which is greater than 75 and it is 99. Therefore we have one outlier. There is one outlier which is 99. We have only one outlier in the given data and it is 99 students. With this we have completed our 7th question as well. Now let's move on to the 8th question. What is given in question number 8? Let's check it out. In the question number 8, we are asked, in a deck of cards, right? There are 44 cards here. We have 44 cards, and there are some criteria here. The particular number in the deck is same as the number on the card. Wow, this is very fantastic. That implies if the card number is 1, it has a frequency of 1. If the card number is 2, it has a frequency of 2. Similarly, if the card number is n, it has the value of n times. It is repeated n times. So we are being asked about true statements regarding the mean and mode of the cards on the number of cards, right? So here itself we can just say that the maximum number is the final number is 44. Hence it repeats for 44 times. Therefore straight away we can tell the answer to be mode is 44, because the card 44 has 44 repetitions, or it occurs 44 times. And now how can we deal about the mean? Now let's start doing mean. Mean is what? How can we do that? Mean is, I will write down in the tabular form, number is xi and frequency is fi. 1 repeats for 1 time, 2 repeats for 2 times, so on. 44 repeats for 44 times. Am I clear so far? Now how does this look like? Yes, if you have guessed it right, if you have guessed it, then you are 100% right. This is like a series, right? So this series holds a value of n into n plus 1 by 2. The total number of observations are, we can write fi to be n into n plus 1 by 2. We need to be very careful at analyzing the given data, as this kind of problems can make us think more intuitively into the concepts of our primary education. And now what is how can we develop a formula with regard to fi xi? We are done with the total frequency. Now how can we do regarding sigma fi into xi? think of this, guys. The sum, this is nothing but f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus so on f44 x44, right? This appears something to be sum of n observations, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Therefore, we can conclude that the mean is, this is 2 and this is 1 by 2. Therefore, our answer is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6 whole divided by n into n plus 1 by 2. N into n plus 1 cancels, 2 into 3 times is 6, so 2n plus 1 by 3 is our final answer. Now, what is the value of n that we are given here? There are 44 cards, so 2 into 44 plus 1 by 3, which is 89 by 3, and our mean is 29.67. Yes, this is our mean. So the correct options are C and F. These are the correct options. How many outliers? I will just mark the answers so far. Calculate the interquartile range. 18. Fourth answer is 335.7. Third answer is 9. Second answer is 19.67. Now let's start doing the ninth answer as well. Ninth question. We are given a stem and leaf plot, and now we are asked to find out the IQR of this particular given data. Let's solve it on a new sheet. Now let's note down the given data. This is the stem and this is the leaf. 4, 6, 5, 0, 2, 5, 7, 8, and now 6, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7, 9, 8, 4, 9, 1. This is the data. And we can also give instead of maintaining this long data as a tabular form, we can simply note this. We can simply convert this into values like 46, 50, 52, 55, 57, 58, 64, 66, 68, 69, 79, 84, 91. That's it. This is the given data for us. Let's erase this now. I will write the same here again, because this tends to be out of it looks better if it is in the center. Now we will write it down in ascending order: 46, 50, 52, 55, 57, 58, 64, 66, 68, 69, 79, 84 and 91, right? This is the given data for us, and we are asked to find out the interquartile range. Again, we observe that there are 13 observations. N is equal to 13. You can count it here: 3, 6, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, and 1, 13. Now, we are well aware of the formula of IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. Now, let's find out the Q3 value. N into 0.75, which is 13 into 0.75, 3.25, which is the fourth term. In this series, our fourth term is observed to be 55, and let's go with Q1. 13 into 0.25, right? Sorry, this is not this thing. Q3 is 9.75 rather. Our 9.75 is our 10th term, and here our 10th term is that 69, and this stands out to be 3.25, and 3.25 can be written as fourth term, and the fourth term in our series is 55. So Q3 minus Q1 is 69 minus 55, which is 14. Therefore, our IQR is 14. Interquartile range is found out using this formula. IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. That's it. With this we end our ninth question. Let's do the 10th question now. Using the same data, we are asked to find out, instead of writing it again, we are asked to find out the median rating when 4 is added to every value and upon 40 point scale. Now, median rating when 4 is added to each and every value. These are the values we have with us. So here we will do it now. We observe that n is 13, which is odd here. Therefore, the median is n plus 1 by 2th term. Right. Therefore, it is the 7th term, which is 64. This is our median for the given data set that you have. If a constant is added, then the median is 64 plus c, which is 64 plus 4, 68. This is our median that we have upon addition of 4 to every data element. But this is on a 100 point scale. Please note this, guys. This is on a 100 point scale. Now, how do you find it on 40 point scale? On a 100 scale, it is 68. When we need to find out the corresponding value on the 40 scale, how can we achieve that? This is very simple. We have the value 68 into 100. This is on 100, right? We need on 40 point scale. So what does this take? We just need to multiply into 40 by 100 for 40 point scale. Not only 40. Instead, if think that you are asked regarding 50 point scale, then you need to write 50 here. Any scale that is asked to be found out, we need to denote that in the numerator, and the rest and the 100 point scale stays constant as the denominator. 68 into 40 by 100. We can write this to be 6.8 into 4. 6.8 into 4 is 27.2. So our median rating on 40 point scale is 27.2. With this we have solved our 10th question as well. So guys, as all the 10 questions are completed, now I'll disclose the answers. The second answer is 19.67. Third answer is 9. Fourth answer is 335.7. Fifth answer is 22, 30.5, 115. But in the discussion I said that the percentile is, what did I tell you? The percentile is 28, right? But see here, there is a small trick. Here we are being asked about the 50th percentile. What does 50th percentile actually mean? This is what the 50th percentile actually means. The index I is an integer and the 50th percentile is of second and third positions. Why did we take second and third position to be 28 and 33 here? Because 22 is there is a duplicate of 22. We do not need to consider that. Therefore, our 50th percentile is the average of second and third positions, and therefore it is 30.5. With this we got this option D as correct answer. And now the sixth question answer is 18. The seventh answer is how many outliers are there in this question. We observed the outliers to be 99. We observed the outlier as 99. We got 99 as our outlier. Therefore, there is one outlier. Here in the 8th question, the mode is 44 as card number 44 repeats for 44 times, and the mean is 29.67. And the ninth question answer is 14. And the 10th question answer is 27.2. With this we are done with our GA week 1, the week 3.